All right, so today's video, we're going to go over my Kastov 545 class setup. It is a very popular weapon amongst the assault rifles, especially because it has a pretty fast TTK. We'll get into the stats in a little bit. I'm using the Komodo Heavy for my muzzle, and here's my tuning. I got 0.57 towards aim down sight speed and 0.18 towards aiming auto stability. And then for the barrel, we're using the Kastovia 406 barrel. Now, this gives us damage range, hipfire accuracy, and bullet velocity. Now, this actually does increase your damage range, which is very important for the 545, mainly because it has a very fast TTK, but the only problem with it is that it has a short range. Now, adding this barrel actually does make a big difference to our damage range, which means that we can take advantage of that TTK and extend it out just a little bit further to a little bit more of an effective range, especially ones that we go through in multiplayer. So for my tuning, I got 0.27 towards aim walking speed and 0.08 towards aim down sight speed. And then for my laser, having a laser on and being able to put down free aim down sight speed is just a huge plus, and you get sprint to fire speed as well. And then for my tuning, I went with 0.45 towards that sprint to fire speed and 37.84 towards that aim down sight speed. This is going to help us improve our aim down sight speed much more than we would without it. All right, now for the stock, I'm using the Bluelight TL3 stock. This gives us a lot of mobility here, as you see there in the pros. And for my tuning, I went with 3.35 ounces towards aim walking steadiness and 0.77 towards that aiming auto stability. Now, I know there's going to be some questions about the stock that I chose, why I didn't choose the broadside FCT. Well, actually, if you look at the stats, it actually doesn't offer as good of pros and cons versus the Bluelight TL3 stock. So, you know, the proof is in the pudding there in the stats. It's actually really nice to know what the actual numbers are. So just because they put in a nice little shiny stock in there doesn't mean that it's going to be the best. So it's very important to take a look at the stats and compare it to whatever other choices that you have. Now for my rear grip, I'm using the Demo X2 grip. For my tuning, I went with 0.71 towards aim down sight speed and 0.42 towards that aiming auto stability. Then for the rest of the class setup, it's personal preference. You can use whatever you want to. I'm personally using this right here. You can copy it if you would like. Now, as far as the ranges go, it is best used up to this mid range. So that would be like the second guy right here. Let's just do a quick demonstration of what it looks like in action. All right. And as you see, when you get to further ranges, it becomes very hard to control. But, you know, you could still get the kill, but since the target is a lot smaller at distances, it's naturally going to be that way. But as far as just optimizing that time to kill on the Kastov 545, you should really only try to use it up to that mid-range. So like I said about that second guy, so that's going to be around 30, 35 meters or so. So yeah, this is very important information to know. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the recoil control. So with the recoil control, as you can see, it has some horizontal recoil, which is exactly why we went with the Komodo Heavy, because this helps control that horizontal recoil control. So that's really the only aspect of the recoil that you do want to try to maintain your focus on, because when you get into a match, all you really have to do is worry about the first half of your magazine. As you can see, it's just predominantly vertical, which isn't really too bad to control. So if you're trying to control it, obviously, you do want to counteract that as much as you can, and this is kind of the result that you get. Just a little rough estimate there, and it'll definitely translate into real life situations such as that. All right, so now we're on sim.gg, where you can literally take a look at the stats from the weapons in the game that are literally data mined and put onto this website. So you could actually make your class setup on here as well. And here are the stats that come out from all the attachments that I literally just recommended to you guys. So here's the base ADS right here at 250. With our complete setup, we have 288 milliseconds. So 288 from 250 is really not all that bad. It would definitely be concerning if it was way over 300 milliseconds. But under 300 milliseconds is still pretty good. You know, a 30 millisecond difference here is really not too bad. Just obviously pre-aim around corners, you should be just fine. Now, the real star of these stats right here is the sprint to fire, tactical fire, basically the movement and mobility. We do get some pretty significant increases here. Increase meaning faster sprint to fire and faster tactical sprint to fire, especially with a gun like the Kastov 545. You do want to play a little bit more aggressive and up close and personal to take advantage of that TTK. Otherwise, Otherwise, if you're playing slow and playing from a distance, you're going to get a slower TTK. We'll get into that in a little bit, but here we do have some major improvements here. And we barely have any red, which is good. And here's our recoil stats. Like I was saying, it has a predominantly horizontal recoil control, which is why you see the base stat at 1 and the vertical recoil control here at 0.88. As long as it's under 1 right here, then we are doing our job selecting the correct attachments to reduce the recoil as much as we possibly can. And then same thing applies to the vertical, which is not that big of a deal. It's the easiest part of the recoil to control and counteract. Now, as far as the damage ranges go here, and why I said the Kastovia 406 barrel is important to this class setup is because it actually does increase your damage range. And that's important because the base Kastov 545 only has a 184 millisecond up to this 24 meter range. So of course, up to 27 meters is a nice little boost to our damage range. And although it might not be much, it's a very small pocket, it is still worth using because it allows you to have a little bit more flexibility as far as a range of gunfights that you're going to get into. And it gives you a little peace of mind that you're still going to be able to take advantage of that 184 millisecond time to kill versus 276. So that's a pretty big difference there. And you still do get an extension of this damage range out to 45 meters versus the base weapon at 40 meters. So pretty big difference in the time to kills. And that could definitely be the difference maker between winning a gunfight and losing a gunfight at those ranges. All right, y'all, this is going to be very interesting. We're playing some normal casual lobbies. We're not playing ranked play, but we're playing hardpoint. Let's see if my ranked play instincts start to kick in here. So obviously hardpoint is not taken yet. We do have it now. Oh, come on, man. Hold on. Oh, no way. People aren't playing the objective. They're just camping when you run around. It's just crazy. Like, you might as well play TDM, but even TDM's kind of worse because, like, it's just full of campers as well. All right, let's turn up here. Bro, what are you doing? Oh yeah, we got a fellow ranked play Skinner here. I'm wearing mine actually. Alright, where are these dudes gonna be at? That's... Alright. Give me this UAV. I need it now.
Copy that. UAV is on station.
Nice, 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 nice.
Come on, man.
Capture the hard point. On your six.
I feel like I'm hearing like... I think someone's above me. There he is. What? Wow, they spawned literally right behind me. That's crazy. Well, we're not even playing 10v10 here, but y'all spawn behind me regardless? That is crazy. Oh. Oh my gosh. I'm winning that gunfight.
Man.
Hey man, it's the 5, 4, 5. 5, 4, 5. Oh! Finally got me. Wow, okay. Wait. I just spawned, bro.
There's no fucking...
Let's go around.
Locating the next hard point. Get ready. Overhead. Orbiting the area.
Copy. AO. Recon is online.
Almost had that guy.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
UAV is being refueled. RTB.
Oh, we are out of ammo.
Ammo here. We will not have the field. Fight back. Loading fresh mag. Hardpoint compromised. Friendly. Changing mags.
Did not mean to fall.
Move to the hardpoint.
Man. Oh, he had last stand.
UAV is on station.
Concerning next.
Yo, what? Ah.
Moving here. Friendly UAV on station.
Yes, UAV, please. Oh, come on, man. Nice.
Capture the hardpoint.
Next one.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
Oh, come on, dude. So shotties.
Locating the next hardpoint. Get to our Enemy has the lead. What's your mark?
What? Man, those shotguns are so annoying. You said hold it down.
I'm with you. Friendly UAV on. UAV overhead.
The stupid shotgun.
Guys, I have no idea how that was 53 kills. Yeah, this man was just running around with the shotty all day, but I mean, I seriously don't know how we got 53 kills. It's a miracle at that point.